Hi, everybody. Dan Illman, Mike Beer. The feature race at Del Mar on Sunday is the Grade 3 $150,000 Rancho Bernardo Handicap. Some quality fillies and mares going 6.5 on the main track. Let's take a look at this field. You've got the 5 Edgeway, who was second in last year's Breeders' Cup a filly and mare sprint. You've got Private Mission, who's a multiple graded stakes winner. You've got a Win Machine in Slammed. The Flying New Mexico bred is 8 for 10 lifetime. It's a good group.
Pretty interesting race, especially with the horses sort of drawn more towards the outside. Edgeway, to me, Dan, is pretty clearly the horse to beat. There are no super fast races on her card, but she's just been good right from the start.
I have no idea how this pace is going to shake out. Let's see if Timeform US can help with its Timeform US pace projector. They have Edgeway on the lead. I think Edgeway is just as effective sitting off, and I think the connections would be just fine if someone else decides to make the front. Slam to the number 4, I think, is going to be up forward. I think the 3 Dance to the Music can be up close as well, but so could the 1 Empire House. It'll be interesting to see how they break.
Yeah, there's plenty of horses that could go forward in here. I agree with you that both Slammed and Edgeway will be forward in here. Whether or not that means, right on the lead, I don't know. I certainly felt like Private Mission would go again. So we'll see what they decide to do with her. From the outside post, though, I guess she has options. It'll be very interesting to see how it plays out. Any one of those horses that the pace projector has up front, it wouldn't shock me if any one of them was on the lead.
The number 1 Empire House has blossomed since moving from turf to dirt on the Northern California Fair Circuit this summer, including this victory in the California Governor's Cup, going 3/4 of a mile last month. And she was game to win this race. She was involved from the start. She's down towards the inside, and she just keeps grinding and gets it done.
Yeah, she's going to eventually prevail here. Another, solid performance from her. They're going to step her way up in class for this. It feels like a pretty tall order for a filly who's in pretty good form right now, Dan. 3 of her 4 career wins, though, 5.5 furlongs. So the extra, half a furlong here could work against her.
She's improved since being switched to the dirt. Conversely, the 2 Cover Vision, who figures to be the biggest price on the board in this race, she might be better on the grass. 4 of her 5 lifetime wins have come on turf. Her most recent start was the Grade 2 Great Lady M, a race in which she didn't break very well. She fell back. She made 1 run. I'm expecting them to try 1 run again to at least get a piece.
Yeah, maybe there'll be enough pace in here to set it up so she can, pick up a little minor reward here. It's hard to make her win this race. Then they switched her to dirt in a pretty tough spot last time against a really sharp horse.
The 3 is Dance to the Music. She's multiple graded placed in her career. 2 starts back in the Desert Stormer. She was no match for Becca Taylor, a horse that likes to win races in her own right. She just didn't get out of the gate last time out when she was beaten by Slammed at Del Mar. She has a lot to prove, but I still think there's more than what she's shown.
I agree with that. I actually thought she ran pretty well 2 starts back in the Desert Stormer, even though she was just no match for Becca Taylor. She still ran pretty well there. I don't know what happened last time, Dan. I mean, she did break, a little bit slowly from the start, but I mean, she basically had nothing all the way around the track and did not finish well at all. We'll see if she can rebound.
The number 4 Slammed won 7 of her first 9 starts in New Mexico. They tried Del Mar last time out. It's fair to say it all worked out very well. This is an allowance race. She's opened up on this field, and she wins very easily. Career best Beyer speed figure for Slammed in this race. And if she runs this race right back, she's going to be real tough.
Yeah, she is. We'll see if she can do it against some better horses now. This was pretty impressive, though. I loved the ride that she got too, Dan, because she had speed, but they just sat on the outside, controlling up the backstretch, and they went early. Drayden Van Dyke went early with this horse, let her sprint around the turn, opened up on that field, and never looked back. A really impressive win.
98 Beyer speed figure. Perhaps she's finally reaching peak maturity. And again, she loves to win races. Edgeway, second in last year's Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint. She returned with 2 victories to kick off her 5-year-old campaign. And last time out in the Derby City Distaff at Churchill Downs, she was up close to a very fast pace in a race won by a deep closer. She has a lot of class lines. She really has never kind of run that big fast race, but she's very consistent and steady, and she's an extremely logical contender.
Yeah, I just think she's probably the horse to beat here. You're right. The fast race hasn't been there for her, but she just shows up, especially in races like this. She's just really, really tough. Too close to the fast pace last time. 2 starts back. I mean, she just buried Private Mission in a really short field. Sat up on the pace with her, was way better than that horse in that spot, and she's gonna have to deal with Private Mission again here. But it just feels like Edgeway's the horse to beat.
Now, while the number 6 Private Mission has won sprinting in her career, all three of her graded stakes victories have come going 2 turns. She's going to have to cut back significantly in class here after tiring in the Clement L. Hirsch, but she's tactical. She draws a nice attack outside post position, and she might actually be a pretty decent price for Baffert.
Yeah, she might be. It'll be interesting to see what she does. She might be a little bit better going longer. I don't really mind them cutting her back to sprint, though, Dan, especially from the outside post here. Maybe she gets a better trip this time and sort of makes it closer with Edgeway because, again, the last time they met in that Las Flores, it was no contest.
Wide open race and a good race on Sunday at Del Mar, the Grade 3 Rancho Bernardo. Let's take a look at our top selections for this race. Mike, you're going with Slammed. Why not? She's won 8 of 10 and she just dominated them last time.
I just really liked her last win, showed that she could ship in here on the bigger circuit and still run her race. As a matter of fact, Dan, maybe run the best race of her life. So I'm going to give her a chance to repeat it here against better horses.
Just taking a little bit of a guess with Dance to the Music. Like you, I thought she ran pretty well 2 starts back. I think she had a bit of an excuse last time. I'd like the rider to be aggressive with her out of the gate and just try to send her and maybe take this field gate to wire at what should be a fair price. 4563 for Mike, 3451 for me. It's the Grade 3 Rancho Bernardo at Del Mar on Sunday. Good luck.